My colleagues and I have discovered that LinkedIn year-to-year reach is down 50%. What to do? We have to make every connection count. And since you cannot really artificially float the size of your niche, we need to make sure that we are strategically shaping the conversations with our ideal customers. What happens on LinkedIn? So you are adding folks and in most cases you never hear back from them, right? Well, we need to be proactive, not just like hoping and pumping more content that our customers will magically contact us, but we need to take the manners into our own hands. And this time I will show you how I'm doing social selling with a really cool tool called Waalaxy that you don't need LinkedIn Sales Navigator for, and moreover you can take it for a spin for free, which is super interesting. I walk you through 3 scenarios how I am building lists and sending my social selling messages to folks within my ICP bucket, so you can do it as well. With the value proposition to turn LinkedIn into your #1 acquisition channel, you see that Waalaxy here has a bunch of like really good traction, and I will immediately take you to the app, but most importantly to know, I'm using this one as a Chrome extension. So I will show you how I integrated it to my LinkedIn profile and what we can do here. So voila, they would say, because they're a French team. Here is the main Galaxy dashboard. You see like a couple of really interesting stats here, like the acceptance rate could be better, but nevertheless I will keep on pushing. But most importantly, right now I will show you 3 use cases how I'm using Waalaxy to find the leads on LinkedIn in my ICP bucket and start sales conversations with them so that we can actually do some business together. Cool. After you install Waalaxy Chrome extension, you will find these fields attached to your LinkedIn, and the first use case that I will briefly show you is import my relationships. So here you can see my connections, but here like there are a lot of connections that I could be DMing, and imagine if I'm doing like a campaign for new type of bootcamp, for example, for AI founders, I need to filter them down before I start any sending. So what I will do here, people, first connection, obviously, location, let's say that I would like this campaign to be the US focused, and here you see that there are like a bunch of other results as well. So I will just like add more filters, because on LinkedIn, I'm always limited that I can only send like 100 messages per day, and I'm a pretty talkative person, so I need to make sure that the lists are a little bit smaller than that. So here I definitely want to filter this one to founder. So founder from the United States. Let's see how this one goes. Yeah, that's doable. This is something that I could like potentially prospect through in like 7 days or something like that. So here we'll go and we'll create another list. So founder US, my network, and maybe January 2025. So I will create this one and start the import. Cool. The import will take some time. It will be like in your Waalaxy account available immediately. But for now, let's go immediately to do the second use case. So the second use case is supremely interesting because we will still use the people's function, but we will do it for either influencers or competitors. So let's go. Again, I have a founder here as a typical representative of my ICP. So right now I will filter this down to people, location will be the United States. This is something that I can immediately filter, so I cannot send like 3 million messages. This is why I need to use additional filters. So here, when it comes to just like the use case that I have in mind is connections off or followers off. Maybe I could be adding like here followers off. Kiran, for example, because everybody in the AI space is following him right now. So I am crossing my fingers that I will get something good out. So let's check it out here. Okay. And the founder badge. Cool. Now, yeah, let's see. Okay, it's getting a little bit better, but not like perfect. So I might want to add more filters right now. Here, what else we could do in order to narrow it down to something which is more manageable. Here we could be adding past company. Yeah, let's see who worked in Feng. Okay, I could work with that. I could literally work with that. So again, we'll just stop this import because this is something that I just wanna like you hit quickly. But yeah, this is like Founders US, my network import. Voila. Okay, another import done. Very, very, very good. Now the third one that I will show you before we go and start social selling campaigns is to import participants from the events. If you're doing any type of LinkedIn events, or even for others, if you're attending them, we can like literally import participants from events. So as you see here, like there are a bunch of interesting stuff that I have been attending, and this one is specifically interesting for me right now because this one I haven't really connected with people yet, and people who were listening to me talk for approximately like half an hour, I think, yes,
So,
are very likely to connect with me as well. So why not importing them to Waalaxy? Okay, there are 60 people that I could potentially connect with here. So I could be like stopping the import again and creating like a new list, which is like literally event November with sprouts. Maybe 2012. I need to work on a naming connection. I know this, but again, like these are the type of invites that I could be sending. Cool. So we just like briefly built 3 really cool lists with a lot of contacts that we could be prospecting and doing our social selling adventures too. So I will just like end the exports here so that I'm not like boring you with details. But here, what you can see immediately, and this will be such a wow factor, you will absolutely love this. So for example, I'm running one campaign now from one event that I have been a part of, but here let's say that we will launch another event, like another campaign, invitation plus 2 messages. So I need to name it something like a little bit more decent. So AI Founders US, for example, from Kiran or whatever. So then I will be like next. And here is something that I have already created from the lists here. So this is the one that we explored it before. It didn't work, but that's like literally it. Yeah, we would like to do this. So invitation, add a note. We can, but I'm being a little bit lazy now, okay? So we will just continue. Wait for, I don't know how much time till connection is accepted. Maybe 2 days would be nice. So can be modified. Cool. Now the blank page. The scary blank page, what to write to them, how to like construct this sequence. Now, here is a brilliant AI writing assistant that will help us out and literally do a little bit of presentation as well. So my target is founder. I offer, let's say, GTM for IE consulting or whatever. Differentiating factor, yeah. I could be like talking about some sort of case studies here. For example, 1,000 users with 0 budget. In a week. For example, call to action, subscribe to my Substack, for example, would be a good one so that I don't immediately go and pitch slap them with some sort of sales. So let's generate this one with an AI assistant. Okay, but here we have a little bit of a problem because these people are not optimizing their AI consulting growth potentials, whatever. But the thing is that I would like to pitch here is, are you launching an AI product in 2025? For example, to increase revenue, 1,000 users and no budget a week. I propose something like that. So I'm again like very on point when it comes to this. I could be refining this message, but for now I think that this is like good enough to test. So I can literally save the campaign and start to send it immediately, because we don't have time to really go through every piece of setup which is available here. Let's go back to the dashboard, because what is very interesting here is also the analytical part, right? So here you see that out of the campaign that I'm sending right now, that I already had like a little bit of traction here, but as I'm perfecting my lists and making sure that I'm getting better and better in starting to making this conversation, it will be phenomenal. Now for the Waalaxy, we were on their website before. You can have a free trial, which is so cool because you can literally play around with all the features already, and they send you like a bunch of super useful onboarding materials that are true value bombs when it comes to knowledge. If you want, definitely take Waalaxy for a spin. I very much enjoy doing this type of campaigns. Can't wait to get back. I got into my geek mode right now. And if you have any questions whatsoever, I will ask the team to just like assist in the comments before, under the post, so that we make sure that you are in good shape for your first social selling campaigns. Okay? Cool. Take care. Ciao.